Good morning, my beautiful lovelies. Excuse the beeping. That's my washer telling me I need to take stuff out of the wash this morning. I've been up for a while. I'm going to read from Celtic Devotional. Under the tender cloak, I clarify my soul out of the searing reach of the wind, without guilt, without shame, without aversion. Soul friends and teachers help me clarify. I relinquish all the cares and burdens of my day into the deep lap of night. May my soul's teacher reshape them to the wider pathways of understanding for me to walk. Turner of the world, I rejoice in the blessing of your presence. You have been with me during the day, even as the stars have been in the sky, obscured by the daylight. Although I have not remembered you, you have remembered me. Now may the peace of your silent blessing enfold me as I enter companionship. From the womb of silence, I emerge refreshed and encouraged. May the riches of revelation be seated in my soul as I turn to contemplate the mysteries of life. I give thanks to the mighty elements of the planet for their encircling care this day. May their inspiration never fail to kindle our respect as they encircle us. I give thanks for the gift of life, for I am a unique human being with a soul of great potential. Help me to keep this integrity when challenged by the illusions of power. I ask a blessing on all species of life that are threatened by extinction. May we all respect the precious gift of life on earth, for each offers an opportunity that may not come again. May peace be upon us all. I love that. So I'm going to, as I go through the Celtic Devotional, so every day has a morning and an evening. And I have been reading the morning ones so far, and I'm going to start reading some of the evening ones. So they're going to sound a little different. That's the washer again. If I don't get up and open the door, it just beeps at me. So I'm ignoring it. So I encourage you to ignore it. Okay, so today's card is Against the Grain. I love this card. It's a beautiful card. You want to unleash the beauty that hides in even the ugliest of scenes or sentiments. You want to make possible what others say cannot be. You are the radical dreamer, the sacred rebel, and you bring light of a more positive future to the world. However, this has its burdens. You may feel like you don't fit in. Perhaps your sense of how things can be and how they are different. This might make you feel frustrated and sometimes lonely. The universe loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness that you dare to honor, and that which is different, and that which renders the impossible possible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways or become dry, serious, appropriate, and conventional. You are here to show us that life is so much more than the conventional success. You are someone who needs to live and breathe in the depths of creative water. You need to lose yourself in the flow of music, dreams, imagination, fantasy, art, literature, meditation, dance, the sensual surrender of the waters of the ocean. You must go against the grain. It is your way. You're not one of the followers. You might be one of the agitators. Yours is not a force of disrespectful chaos. You are a loving catalyst by simply being yourself, constantly reminding people that there is always another way. This oracle is a guidance that you are meant to be exactly who you are. There is no such thing as a black sheep, but the rainbow sheep is a thing. The daring butterfly spirit calling the caterpillars, that is you. The price you pay for that gift of individuality is that you must take care of it and guard it, so that you are not dulled down or conditioned to playing at being something you are not. This oracle brings comfort. You will always dream of birds that fly underwater. Know the true nature of your being that cannot be changed. Now is time to accept who you are and allow your truths to be freely expressed. When you are who we are in truth, we attract the support, protection, and energy that we need to thrive. The power comes from aligning your outward self with your inner truth, not with general consensus. You will find other dreamers, other wild butterflies, and atypical colored sheep as you join in conjuring better visions in your world. So say the following: I honor myself. I honor the truth that I express through my very being. I accept the protection that I am offered so that I may go against the grain from a place of love and as an invitation for others to be open. Blessed be. I love that. I'm going to read that again. I honor myself. I honor the truth that I express through my very being. I accept the protection that I am offered so that I may go against the grain from a place of love as an invitation for others to be open. I love that. I actually recently have had a couple conversations with people about black sheep. And it's interesting. I have made that comment quite a few times in my life. Quite a few times. But this is the thing about being a black sheep. Or a rainbow sheep, whatever. Or a caterpillar, or a butterfly, or a tadpole that turns into a frog. You bring change to your family, and you bring change to the world. And some families embrace that change and accept all the dynamic energy that you can bring, and some families can't. And every family and every interconnection has purpose. And you don't have to know what your purpose is per se in that dynamic. You don't need to know what that is. All you need to know is that when you embrace your purpose and you embrace your dynamic and you embrace who you are in all of those changes, you become the one who can heal rifts and trauma, and you can be the one to bring awareness and conscientious acceptance into the dynamic. When you shine your light and you embrace your creative, dynamic energy in whatever that interaction is, you bring light and change into that interaction. But you have to hold on to your light. You have to hold on to who you are first. You know, somebody used the analogy, apparently in the Bible, there's a raven and a dove analogy with Noah and the ark, and the raven leaves and wanders off and never comes back and only deals with himself, and the dove comes back over and over again for others. The kicker is, the raven is curious. The raven is creative. The raven takes care of self to then become dove to take care of others. It's not a one or the other. It is a transformation process. And that transformation process is important for all of us. Reframe it. Goodness gracious, our entire world is obsessed with good and evil and right and wrong. Reframe it. Reframe fear into love. Reframe darkness as the shadow. Reframe the shadow as a place of learning and a place of growth. And shadow just needs a little bit of light to transform, and the shadows disappear. The shadows are transformed. The shadows are transmuted into light. We all have the potential to transform into more than we ever thought that we could be. But to do that, we have to embrace our differences. And we have to embrace the beauty that is inherent in all of us. And yes, there are There are people that do bad things. War is not good. You're not supposed to be killing a whole bunch of people. No, I'm not saying that there aren't bad things. What I'm saying is, in your paradigm, in your world, your experiences can be transformed. You can choose to take an experience and use that to transform and to strengthen and to become more of what you want to be. Use the energy. It's there. Use it. Use it to transform. Use it to become. Use it to transmute, to go from the caterpillar to the butterfly within the chrysalis. You have to go through it. And these are all amazing ways of looking at your gifts and your world and who you are within being the black sheep of the family, the rainbow sheep, that sheep that stands out in a flock. That means the flock needs you. There's a reason for that. If you stand out, there's a reason. There's a learning opportunity for everyone around you. Now, they can choose not to learn. That is their choice. But that doesn't mean you change your dreams and your perspectives. If you're somebody who can see outside the box, keep looking outside the box. Explore that. Use that as an opportunity to teach others. Is it easy? Nope. Is it going to make people uncomfortable? Yep. It's supposed to. Discomfort and chaos is supposed to happen. It's supposed to bring awareness forward so that we can change things as a whole, as a community. But sometimes we got to learn first. And sometimes it's uncomfortable first. It's the way it is. When you're in a place of discomfort, when you're in a place of uncomfortableness with an idea or a perception or a convergence of thought, sit with it. Figure out why it's uncomfortable. Find out what your learning is supposed to be from that. I watched a really cool, it was a blip somewhere on one of the social media platforms. I don't remember which one. And it was a priest, and he was talking about religion. And he's a priest in some kind of religion, mainstream religion of some kind. It was Christian, I think. And he says, the idea of heaven and hell was made up because religion needs to control people. And religion needs to look at reward and punishment to control the masses. And I went, well, yeah, read philosophy. It'll tell you the same thing. And he goes, but the kicker is when you can break out of that mindset, you understand that we are spiritual beings and we aren't 2-year-old children. We don't need to be rewarded and punished for our behaviors. We're adults. Our human beings are born with the potential to take basic concepts and grow and become so much more. He goes, I look forward to the day there is no religion. And I went, yes, yes. Because religion, we don't need religion. We don't need an organized format of reward and punishment. We need community. And in that community, yes, there's rules within community. We don't kill each other, okay? There should be a consequence for that. But what's better is raising each individual person to fulfill their potential in a good way, giving all children the good potential for grounded, holistic learning, community, connection. Yeah, you're always going to have the outlying entities that are born in, that are dark entities, that maybe have life themes that create chaos, persecutors, perpetrators, victimizers. There are all kinds of life themes out there, right? But let's not get caught up in that. We can deal with that as it comes. We don't need organized religion to tell us to do what's right. We need each other in community to know that when we do right, we're supported in right. That's the difference. We have to reframe it, people. We have to reframe it and look at it differently. We can't keep rewarding people for being mean. That's where we're failing. We're rewarding the mass consciousness of the sheep to do the same thing over and over again just because it's been done before. I mean, I've argued with that in one of the nonprofits that I've belonged to for decades. They want to do it the same way because it's just always been done the same way. That doesn't mean it's the right way. Be the rainbow sheep in that crowd. And be the voice that says, just because you've always done it this way doesn't mean you should. Follow right action, not mass action. Anyway, have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.